We're here today because we have 9 members of the cast from the HBO series The Wire. And this is the quintessential story about America's urban communities. And we have people who play those roles, and as you'll see tonight, these are people who are actually doing public interest activities now as actors, talking about helping children, helping communities, helping things develop. And so this is, I think, the real key of what we're doing the next 2 days, taking, in a sense, liberties of looking at popular fiction and bringing it into reality. This is what America is about, this is what American cities are about, and this is what this conference is about.
You know, I had the idea to start Entertainment for Change, and all the good, my colleagues that in Hollywood, the A-list types, who were all about it during the inauguration. When we got back home and I started to call and email them, all of a sudden, you know, they were unavailable or really difficult to reach. And these guys loved the idea and said, yeah, we're down. And then, you know, I just went, okay, well, maybe we don't need the A-listers. You know, maybe we are enough. And it became Rewire for Change. And from that moment on, you know, the guys have been behind the whole effort, and they've participated, and they're really, really, really engaged. And you know, we got a lot of amazing things that we're doing in Baltimore City. If you guys take a look at the one-pager, and we have a 2-pager and a 1-pager, please take a look at it, because you'll see what we're really doing. We got a little clip for you later, and you'll see some of what we're doing as well.
Thank you. Binga, how's The Wire affected your life and what you're doing?
It's been a fascinating ride. Not too unlike some of the other cast members, I grew up in neighborhoods like this. I was in and out of institutions. My family's from Nigeria. I was the first one born here in the States, and we were homeless. We lived in shelters, and then later on, I was in and out of schools, and then, you know, institutions. So this is all very familiar, and going back to it via The Wire, especially as a character, as Chris, who's basically a sociopath, and was a very interesting journey for me, because by that point, I had fallen ass backwards into a wrestling scholarship, went to a school like this, totally changed the vector of my life, and it was working for, at the time, the federal government, and for a agency called the Corporation for National Service, and it did a lot of work like for AmeriCorps and Vista and NCCC. I saw there was a City Year member here. So it was we were very much into the community. And I loved it because it gave me an opportunity to give back to communities that I grew up in, abandoned communities. Now I'm going back as an actor portraying, you know, these people. The Wire and the ramifications only really began to hit me towards the end, and then definitely after the end of the show. More people are watching it now than ever before. It's the type of show that takes time to settle in your mind. It's like a novel, you know, for people to really digest. And I will say that we saw a lot of fantastic scenes right now, but what made The Wire great is that it was a complete view of a city. The politics, the docks, how things came to be, the stories of families, not just, you know, the street life, the fascinating street life, but a complete view of the cities, the schools and so on.